Oh, yeah. Hey. Can you dig it? Well, hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the show. It's Untethered Live on a Wednesday night. Camel, hump day. Camel. Joining me is the amazing band Hammer.
Howdy, Untethered Live
and I,
family.
of course, am Jake Johnson with the Hawaiian shirt on, because I roll like that. How is everybody? How's your week going so far? Nice to see you.
Wet and cold and...
Very cold. Cold and crispy.
Yeah.
Lovely. I got a nice hot cup of coffee, though. Don't you want to have a cup with me? If so, go to the kitchen, pour yourself up a nice hot cup of coffee, and let's get to talking about whatever we do. If you don't have a cup, though, you can get one in the description below. I recommend the first one. It has my face on it. It is fantastic. But we also have stainless steel tumblers down there, the big ones and the little ones. They both have locking lids. They got the Untethered Live Bible Study logo on the front and all the platforms on the back. They keep your coffee hot for hours, and they look great on your coffee table. So get one while you can. Also, Twizzlers and straws. I'm not sure about those last two, but definitely the cup thing or a hat. You can get a hat. Get a hat. Also, like, subscribe, share, support, join. Super chats are available in the chat box if you want me to meet my quota. And also, if you want to, you can do that at CashApp, $JakeJohnsonband. One last thing, if you'd like to hang out with us outside of the YouTubeverse, outside of their oppressive little fingers and them yanking your texts and me misreading everything you write down, you can do that over at facebook.com/UntetheredLive It's a great place to hang out and share pictures, text, videos, memes, and get to know one another on a personal level. There's a group chat over there for everybody in this chat. It's only us. It's not all of Facebook. It's just us, so you can share private information and be reasonably safe that it's secure there. And also, there are videos there that are regularly updated. They're funny. They're adjacent to the things we talk about over here. They're entertaining. They're free. They're yours. Why not go check it out? So please do. And now, on with the show. Amanda, how are you?
I'm doing good.
It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood.
It is.
Beautiful day to get naked. What? Wait, what? Hold on.
Oh.
Is it naked day?
Hey.
Naked
I'm
day?
game.
I like it. Amber says, hamburger helper hand and a surprise smiley facey heart. I think that's what that is. Hey, Amber, how are you? Amber says, good evening, friends, unicorns and hearts. How are you? Want to be my neighbor? Nice to see you. You get the gold star for being first in chat.
Here's your gold star, Amber.
Yeah.
Hamburger helper hand, Amber. Hi, Untethered Live.
Camel.
Hi, Untethered Live family. Good to see y'all. Happy
Camel.
hump day. Hey, Jake, how are you tonight?
Camely.
Clearly, naked camely at that.
Naked camely. I'm cool like Camel Joe. Yeah. That's supposed to mean something, but only if you're old.
I know what Camel Joe is. I remember saving the camel dollars for you.
Yeah. Wow.
Yep, save the little camel dollars that come into cellophane.
It's been a minute.
You get jackets and cigarette or Zippos and ashtrays and all kinds of stuff.
And tents.
Yep, and then they had the 5 miles for the Marlboro.
Yeah, I never smoked Marlboro.
I did.
I've had a Marlboro, but I've never used it as a brand. I did for a brief period in the early 90s. I smoked the Marlboro 100s, the gold pack.
Mm-hmm.
But when they stopped making the gold pack and they went white filter, I don't want that. Anyway, Amber says, Miss Hammer. Amy's here. Hi, Amy. Amy says, Joshua 1:9, be strong and courageous, for the Lord your God will be with you whithersoever you go. Yes, he will. Everywhere you go. Even when you're siphoning gas out of your lawnmower to get to work. He's there.
At 25 degrees.
At 25 degrees. He's there. Because if he wasn't there, your lawnmower wouldn't have any gas.
Right.
It's that simple. Amanda.
Good thing the lawnmower had gas. Hamburger helper hand, Amy.
Amy says, hey, Jake, Amanda, GG, Amber, and everyone, and lurkers. Hi, Amy. How are you? How art thou? Nice to see you. How's that quilt coming along? Oh. Chat jump.
817.
Chat jump. I found it. Amy says, Rockstar fruit punch for dinner. Hey, at least that's got energy stuff in it, right? I know the feeling.
I'll give you the shakes. You drank too many of those on an empty stomach, though.
However, I have a nice hot cup of actual real coffee. It's delicious. I've been drinking instant coffee for 2 weeks. This is real coffee. Nice. Amy says, they asked me if I was interested in overtime this week doing snow removal. High on Friday of 4 degrees with a heavy snow expected Saturday and Sunday with single digits. No, thank you. Really?
Right.
I'd have been all about that because who's going to come check on you? I'd have just got me a big jacket and went and sat down behind the building. Who's going to come out there in 4 degrees and heavy snow to see if you're working?
Not snow removal. She got to keep all the sidewalks and stuff clean so they can get in and out of the building.
No, all she's got to do is say it snowed a lot. I did remove it. It came back. That's how snow works. Ta-da! Listen to me trying to get out of work.
Right.
Amanda?
We're expecting snow this weekend, too. And my brother told me that it had snowed in North Florida yesterday.
Burr.
So hopefully I will get to see snow 2 years in a row.
How
Yay.
about that? I'm banking on pushing you in it.
That's okay. Let's get out in it and let's go. Come get you some.
Here's a link to the chilling page if anybody wants to check it out.
Mm-hmm.
Pickle!
Them pickles need mustaches. LOL.
We need a pickly mustache. A mustachely pickle.
I might make one.
We need a mustachely pickle. And a picture of one. Anyway, so we can have it here. A big Mexican mustache, like the kind that drapes down, you know?
Right.
And a sombrero.
Well, say with a sombrero.
And a Hawaiian shirt. That's what I'm talking about. And some headphones. A mustachely pickle with headphones and a Hawaiian shirt. I love it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Hey, Mabel. How are you, sweet lady? Mabel says, ciao, everybody. Jake, Amanda, how are you? Fantastic. Like Miss Piggy on a prom date.
And parachute, pickle.
You're supposed to give the punchline to the joke that I just told.
Oh, I didn't. I was typing.
I'll do it again. Like Miss Piggy on a prom date.
Miss Piggy on a prom date. Oh, Porky?
Jesus Christ. Never mind. Moving on. A little frog in your throat?
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't say yeah like you knew that. You blew the punchline.
I'm sorry. I wasn't on. I wasn't with you.
Get with me. Mabel said, Amanda says,
Mabel and Hannah, hamburger helper hand.
Hamburger helper.
I hope you're doing better, Mabel. We're good. Thanks for asking.
Yes. How are you doing, by the way? Hope you're doing well. Mabel says, we're doing our best. Thanks, Amanda. Aaron's here. He says, coffee time. What's up, buddy?
Coffee fist bump.
Coffee fist bump.
Well, that's good, Mabel. We love y'all. Aaron, hamburger helper hand.
Hamburger helper. Mabel says, love you both as well. Thank you. I love you too. Mabel says, run, run. I'm in an old song mood. Aaron says, yo. Oh, yo and oh. Yo, oh, and a bottle of rum. Amy says, hey, Aaron, kissy face. Aaron says, hey, Amy. Amy says, hi, Mabel. And watch out for those frozen iguanas falling from the palm trees.
LOL, right, Amy?
What?
In Florida, the iguanas are falling out of the trees again because it's so cold.
Yeah, I was like, what in the hell
Yeah,
is she talking about?
Yeah, that's crazy to see you walk by and watch an iguana fall out of the tree.
I lived in Florida for quite a few years, 13 to 14 years. Never saw that.
Well,
Of course, I never saw it get cold either.
Well, down in South Florida, they're bad where their iguanas are all over the place down there. I've seen it. LOL, right, Amy? They do that because they're too cold. If you warm them up, they're fine. It's crazy.
Yeah. Mabel says, ciao, Amy. Aaron says, I'm tired today. Get some rest, buddy. How you doing? Where you tired from? What'd you do? How did the date go? Are you tired from the date? Details.
Oh.
Right. Amy says, like, share, and invite some friends. Nice. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. In case of emergency, pull the cord and yell, pickle.
Parachute pickles.
What else can you do? Geronimo never paid off. They've been doing that for years. Ain't never got nothing out of it. Let's try pickle for a while. Coffee finger pointing at Jake. Ah, that's what that was. I thought it was a fist bump. I guess I couldn't see the finger point because it's three-dimensional, so it looks like this on a computer. Yeah, like that. Very hard to discern.
Amy says a cold, stiff, frozen lizard would be a little scary.
Did she? Where'd she say that?
Right
at?
above Aaron.
Oh, I missed that one. Cold, stiff, hey, I told you to stop talking about me.
Cold and stiff.
And frozen. Lizard. A frozen, stiff, cold lizard. That's about right. Aaron says they. Oh, wait, Amy, they wake up.
Yeah, they wake up to warm them up.
The iguanas, yeah. If they're cold-blooded, so they don't actually die when they freeze. They just go into hibernation.
Yeah.
And they will wake up. Yeah. So do fish.
If you don't thaw them out too fast, if you thaw them out too fast, you'll kill them.
Well, that's because their blood vessels will burst.
Yes.
If they thaw out naturally, they won't, because they're cold-blooded anyway. A warm-blooded animal, they're as soon as they freeze, their blood vessels burst. Cold-blooded animal, they won't. Yeah. Dive bomb lizard, says Amy. Yeah. That could be a video game. Yeah, like Space Invaders, but with palm trees and lizards.
Right. And mustachely pickles.
Yeah, the mustachely pickle at the bottom. Avoiding the iguanas. I like it. Let's do that. Amber says, okay, I'm here now. You weren't here before? When you texted twice, you weren't here before? Amy says, glitter girl, kissy face, smiley face, and dead heart. Punctured heart. I'm not sure that thing will work anymore. I never understood that. I'm in love with you. Here's a punctured heart that doesn't work anymore.
Cupid done shot his arrow through it.
Yeah, but see, if you shoot a heart, it's dead.
Yeah, usually.
So why would that be the symbol of love? Wouldn't you want a flourishing live heart that's pumping and beating and full of blood?
Of course.
But if you got one with an arrow sticking through it, it's out of blood because it drained out. Because there's a hole in it. Maybe it's just me. Amy says, Amber, every night but Tuesday and Thursday. Oh, Amber says, I wasn't expecting y'all tonight. Really? I've been doing this for 13 years. Every Wednesday night. But now you know. And knowing is half the battle. Aaron says, if the lizard's cold, it won't be stiff. Just saying. Maybe. I would be. Stiff. All right, what you guys want to talk about tonight? It's Wednesday night, and I am relaxed. It's a good day. It's a good day. I went to the attorney's office today and spoke to the man about the upcoming court stuff for the disability. That's going to happen.
Yep, that was all positive vibe.
Yeah, positive vibe. I like the guy. He seemed like he was a fighter. Got groceries today. Got work done today. I'm a happy boy. It's a good day. It's a good day to be alive. It's a great day for America, everybody. Amy says, shrinkage. I was in the pool. George Costanza voice. I was in the pool. Aaron says, what? I didn't know that. You didn't know what? The last thing you said was just saying, and the next thing you said is, I didn't know that. What didn't you know? I missed something, I guess. Amber says, I just moved from Washington to Indiana. I'm a bit confused the last few days. Really? How you liking it in Indiana? I hear good things about Indiana, but I've never been. I've been through it, but I've never stopped. I've never been to Indiana. I drove through it one time. It looked nice from the interstate. Amy says, I didn't know you moved, Amber. I thought you were joking. She's serious. Linda's here. Hi, Linda. Linda says, hi, Jake, Amanda, Amy, Amber, Aaron, and Mabel. How you doing, Linda? How's your son's foot? I understand he broke something. Amber says, no, Amy, I escaped the toxic, abusive relationship, and I'm safe now. Excellent. I wish I knew you were in a toxic, abusive relationship. I'd have went up there and handled it for you. Put a little bit of that in the other direction. But I'm glad you're safe. Amanda.
Hamburger helper hand, Linda.
Hamburger helper. Patty's here. She says, hi, childrens. Hi, Patty. Peace. How are you? Nice to see you. Hope you're happy. I hope you're happy, young lady. Ooh, I got some information for you guys. I learned a new trick yesterday. I figured out how to mirror my phone onto my computer screen and then make a frame so that I can bring it into OBS and you can see my phone as I'm using it. That may not sound like much of a deal, but now we can doom scroll and watch videos together in real time. And I can face-to-face react to things being shown in real time and control it from my phone. So I can, pick videos and pass videos and all of that while reacting to them, which is excellent. So look forward to that. We're going to have some reaction videos coming soon. Amanda?
Yeah, hamburger helper hand, Patty.
Linda says he broke his ankle. He'll be laid up for at least 4 weeks. Oh, yeah, an ankle break is tough to get over. Tell him not to walk on it. Let it heal, because if he gets it out of whack and it heals wrong, he will never get it right again. Just suffer through it. Let him rest. Patty says, happy. Excellent. I'm glad you're happy. Linda says, Patty, hamburger helper hand. Hamburger helper. Yeah. Patty says, Miss Linda Lou. Miss Linda Lou. Linda Lou. I like that. It reminds me of a song. Peggy Sue. That's what it was. Not Linda Lou. Peggy Sue. My mustache has a crink in it. That's better. What do you think about that? You guys want to watch some videos with me? Watch my reaction to the idiocy of the world in real time? I think it'll be fun. Amber says, cool smiley face and stars. That's a good cup of coffee.
You're welcome.
Patty says, staring straight down a 44. That also reminds me of a song.
Yeah, that's words out of a song.
I know, but I can't remember which one. I've played so many songs, I don't know which is which. They like all run together at some point. Listen, I have at any given moment about 5,000 songs in my head right now, at any given moment. I know that sounds like I'm joking, but I'm really not. You can ask Amanda. I'm telling the truth on this. It's a strange thing, but it's true. The problem with that is that all 5,000 of those songs are in one file in my head. And they're like, if you took a filing cabinet and just shook it up, that's what it's like. So when I hit, if you name a song or if something reminds me of a song, the whole song pops up into a frame in my head. But if I don't aim at that song, it's just a garbled bunch of nonsense, right? It's when the song comes out, that's when it's clear. Other than that, it's just a bunch of mess. So I have words going all over the place in my head. It's kind of crazy. Give me 3 steps. Okay. Staring right down. Yeah, I guess it is 44. Yep, you're right.
And, Amber, well, why wouldn't you get your sweatshirt? We haven't mailed them out yet.
Right. You're getting it. I promise you. I'm printing them today, actually, and yesterday. They're going out tomorrow. I was boxing them up this afternoon, so they'll be going out tomorrow. Amy says, hi, Cookie and Mama Patty.
Okay, well, hold on a minute. Amber said she has to update her dress. Well, do you want us to hold yours until you get somewhere?
Yeah, because if it's not the address you gave me, it's going to go there. So please do make sure Amanda has your address. Linda says, what is -7? It was -7 this morning. Too cold for me. That's too cold for anybody. -7, Jesus Christ. That's like my freezer ain't that cold. Amber says, I speak song lyrics. It's awesome. I can too, occasionally. If I'm in that mood and they're flowing, I can grab a bunch of song lyrics and make sentences out of them. Sometimes. Linda says, yes, Patty, smiley face. And Amber says, I have to update my address. Said, please do. Please make sure Amanda send her a message or put it on the Facebook somewhere in the group chat or something. Make sure she has it, because tomorrow they're going out, and I need to know where they're going. Amanda.
Send it to me, Amber, and we'll send it wherever you are, hon.
Amen. They're beautiful, too, by the way. They turned out really good.
I haven't even seen them yet, so.
I have.
Well, I hope so. Bill.
What's up, Bill? Bill says, hello, fam. Hope all is well.
Hamburger helper hand, Bill.
Hamburger helper. I don't know why I do that. It's not even funny.
What?
Hamburger helper. It's just an automatic response. When you say that, I just want to do that.
Well, I did it to try to make it easier than saying hi to everybody, and then you added the hamburger helper, and now it's
look
stuck.
at it.
I know.
That's what it is. Is there another thing to call it? Do you remember the hamburger helper commercial? Or do you think I'm just saying weird things?
No, I mean, you're right. That looks like the big old oven mitt.
Amy says, message me your new address too, Amber. I'm an hour south of Indy. And Linda says, my son speaks song lyrics too, Amber. We blame it on tisms, the autisms. Right on. Amber says, hamburger helper and surprised heart smiley and shit. Patty says, hi, Mr. Bill. And Bill says, I hate hamburger helper. I used to live off of it. LOL. I hear you.
Yeah, I don't care for the box hamburger helper. I do make my own homemade hamburger helper style stuff, but
here's the secret that the government doesn't want you to know. Hamburger helper is just stroganoff.
Well, they have a bunch of different ones. They got cheeseburger macaroni. And...
It's all stroganoff. It's different flavored stroganoff.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. What is stroganoff?
Stroganoff is what you had for dinner tonight.
What is it?
Noodles and meat and,
That's correct.
And sauce.
Correct. And what is hamburger helper?
Noodles and meat.
And sauce.
Yes, but
different flavors.
But they've got the taco one now. They've got macaroni and cheese.
It's a big conspiracy. It's stroganoff.
Anyway, it's got too much sodium in it, and I like to make it homemade.
It's American stroganoff.
It's better when it's homemade.
It's better when it's not hamburger helper. That's like, I lived off of stovetop stuffing for a year.
Ugh.
When back in my college days, I lived in a trailer on Highway 24 in Sandersville, Georgia, which is, if you know the area, not next to anything for a while in either direction. So, and I didn't have a car. So it was go across the street and steal corn out of the cornfield, which is not edible, by the way, or stovetop stuffing, which is, I had a box of it. So I ate stovetop stuffing for quite a while.
I know up until just recently, you lived about a year or so off of hot dogs.
That's correct. Because I'm easy to please and I don't care.
Till I got a hold of you.
Yes. and now I'm fat.
No, you're not.
Amy says, like the cheeseburger hamburger helper. Right. Amber says, Linda, I love music, so it's easy. Right on. Bill says, Patty, hamburger helper hand. Amy says, hi, Bill. I think I said, Patty said, hi, Mr. Bill.
Amy says, mix mac and cheese with hamburger helper.
Yeah, that's right.
Bill says, stroking off. Enough said.
Right. It kind of tastes that way, too.
Oh, really? Okay.
I think it's the cream of mushroom, if you get my drift.
Uh-huh.
Amber says, Nowhereville. Exactly. Yes, it was quite the undertaking. It was like I was Grizzly Adams without a grizzly bear. I was like Dog Adams. I had a dog. Ramen noodles is not a meal, says Bill Bennett.
No. He lived off of those for a while, too.
Yeah, but I really don't like the taste of ramen noodles. I like the ones in the cup. Those are all right, but the ones in the bag have an aftertaste, and I don't care for that.
I like the ones in a bag, and you cook them and drain all the juice out of it and put the seasoning in it and put some cheese in it, mix it up. That's not too bad.
Noodles, cheese, and peas, please. That's edible. You can do that with a couple of slices of American cheese, half a can of green peas, and maybe put some tuna in it, and ramen noodles. That's a meal you can eat. Milledgeville was like that by the power plant. Nowhereville. That's the area that I'm talking about, Amber. If you take that highway going out of Milledgeville, Highway 24, and go about 25 miles, that's where I lived. And it's about 40 miles on into Sandersville. So I'm halfway in between Sandersville and Milledgeville on that highway on a big hill going down. There's a trailer on the left if you're going towards Milledgeville, and it's the only trailer there. So you'd see it.
May not be there anymore.
It probably ain't there anymore. And it was on a hill, by the way, that was about that steep. So, like, you could go in the front door and jump out the back door and land 20 feet away from the trailer because you're falling downhill. Yeah. Patty says, mental institution. Yeah, there was a mental institution there. It's called Cherry Hill or Cherry Point or Cherry something. Or are you saying this is a mental institution? Because it could be.
I had a friend named Millage.
Really?
Yep.
Why would anybody name a child Millage?
That's what his name was.
Millage?
Millage Williams.
Somebody doesn't understand English.
Millage Buck Williams.
You know what a millage is? It's where you take trees and make various things out of them.
Okay.
Like paper or sawdust.
Paper. Yeah.
Or mulch in a mill. And what you're doing there is millage.
Okay.
There's mills. Here's the interesting thing. If you live in Georgia, there is a Milledgeville and a mill village. Try saying that. Amber says, even at the Piggly Wiggly was always empty. To be the grocery store, LOLOLOLO. Hit or miss for groceries. True. But Milledgeville had a great burger joint called the Central Park. And it was just a little drive-in. It was like a box. It didn't have an inside. The only thing inside was the kitchen. So it was a drive-through. So you drove through one side and out the other. But they made a burger that was like that big. And you had burgers, fries, and a Coke for like 99 cents. I mean, it was great. So I ate there a lot when I was in college. I went to college in Milledgeville, by the way. Bill Bennett says, I just bought a can of Spam and corned beef hash. It's been 30 years since I've ate it, and it might stay in the cabinet for another 30, LOL. Canned meat is pricey. I agree. Corned beef hash ain't that bad if you fry it hard enough. I don't know about Spam. I'm not a Spam fan.
No.
I mean, I am wearing a Hawaiian shirt, but I'm not a Spam fan at all. Patty says, we have a Central Park. Cool. Is it the same kind of thing, like just a drive-through? Might be the same franchise. Fab Daddy, what's up, buddy? He says, Millage, I am Chillage. Happy hump day, everybody. Nice to see you, Fab.
Hamburger helper hand, Fab.
Bill says, I don't know how to cook. Well, it's easy. First, you turn the stove on, and then you put something on the stove. And then you take it off the stove before it catches on fire. Now you know how to cook.
Come on, Bill. You got YouTube. You could cook anything.
Correct. It's catching something on fire at different levels. That's how you cook. You put it on the fire, and you wait. Whether it's 10 minutes or 2 minutes or 4 minutes or 8 minutes, it's all about how many minutes before you take it off the fire. If you know how to take it off the fire at the right time, that's cooking. It is controlled fire. That's what cooking is.
You gotta know how to season stuff too, though.
Not really.
I mean, yeah.
I mean, he didn't say he wanted to cook good. He just wants to know how to cook. Stick it on fire. That's how you cook. Patty says no spam, right? Amanda?
Hamburger helper hand, Fab.
Bill says, hello, Fab. Patty says drive-through. Yep, it's the same kind of place. Isn't that good food? That's a good burger. And it's big, too. It's a big burger.
I like Five Guys.
It's like the Whopper used to be back in the 80s, back when it was a Whopper. Now it's garbage, but back in the 80s, it was almost the size of a dinner plate. I don't know if you guys remember that or not, but I miss the old Whoppers. Linda says, hi, Fab. Bill says, I live off Jack's Pizza. Try Tony's. It's cheaper. Get it at the dollar store for $3.95. And it's good.
Yeah, Jake could too if I'd let him.
Yeah. Pizza's good. It's got everything except vegetables. Bill says, and gas station food. Yeah, don't do that. That shit'll kill you. And Patty says, oh, yeah. Bill says, I mix all seasonings. No one else likes it but me.
Hey, Bill, you know you could go to the grocery store and get ready-made lunches and dinners. Like they have like little sectional plates or whatever. You could get those, and those are a lot cheaper. And you could throw it in the freezer, and when you're ready for it, you heat it up.
At the dollar store, they have a thing called a mealable or a lunchable. It's a little container about that big, a white container, and it's got a meal inside of it. And you put it in the microwave for 2 minutes, and it's ready. They got spaghetti and mashed potatoes and gravy and beef, mashed potatoes and gravy and chicken,
Beef
mashed
stew.
potatoes and gravy and turkey, beef stew, spaghetti, and some kind of like rice thing, rice and chicken. So there's several varieties that you can have there, and it's $2, maybe $2.95 now. Used to be $2.
But yeah, a lot of the restaurant delis, they make like sandwiches with chips and potato salad, a coleslaw, or all kinds of stuff. You can get stuff like that real cheap.
Fab Daddy says, where's the beef? It's right here.
It's in my belly because I made it tonight.
Yep, we had stroganoff with beefsteak chunks. It's delicious.
Tenderloin chunks.
I don't think that was tenderloin.
Yes, it was.
It was tough tenderloin.
No, it's just because I cooked it fast because I didn't have time.
I don't think that was tenderloin. I think it was beefsteak.
Or London broil.
That's not tenderloin.
Might have been London broil.
Yep, and when you chopped it up, it became beefsteaks.
Chopped beef. Cubes. All I know is I was running out of time. I had to hurry up and get dinner cooked so we could have something to eat.
Right. And we made it. Here we are. Fat and happy and full. Fab Daddy says, I had chicken curry over rice. That's what curry means. With naan bread. What is naan bread?
What does curry mean?
Curry means over rice and spicy.
Oh, I say curry's a seasoning.
Yes. But it's also a dish. It's Indian food. You wouldn't understand.
Yes, I would.
Over rice and spicy, that's what curry is. I'm pretty sure that's not the meaning of it, but that's the way I internalized it. I defy you to find curry that isn't over rice and spicy. How about that? Bill Bennett says, old Arby's commercial. Where's the beef? That was Wendy's.
That was
the little old lady. Yeah, that was Wendy's.
No, was it Wendy's or
was
Winn-Dixie?
Wendy's. It was Wendy's. It was before Dave took over. Dave with his little daughter.
I thought Winn-Dixie was the Where's the Beef commercial.
No, it was Wendy's. Where's the beef? The reason they ran that commercial is because Wendy's traditionally had the square patty, and it was very thin, and people complained about it. So they made an anti-thin patty commercial, anti-thin square patty commercial. Where's the beef? Right here. So they were laughing at themselves. It's still thin and probably square. I can't remember.
Yes, it's still square.
But that's why the Where's the Beef commercial happened, because people used to complain about it. Amy says, my daughter loves curry. I've never had a taste for it. I don't care for Indian food or Thai food or anything like that. Jamaican food. It's kind of spicy and kind of gamey. Fab Daddy says it was like stroganoff with rice instead of noodles. Right on. Amy says, Wendy's, the little old lady. Right. Amy says, eat too much curry, and you start saying, thank you, come again. Thank you, come again. Thank you, come again. Bill Bennett says, it was Arby's, wasn't it? Nope, it was Wednesday's. Wendy's. I can talk. I'm not having a stroke. Amber says she was talking about Burger King because McDonald's was the main.
And Arby's is we have the meats.
Mm-hmm. Yep. And what was the one? It's in there? It's in there. I can't remember which one that was. One of them.
I don't remember. Let's see. Prego,
it's in there. Yep, because that's some good stuff. I like the chunky Prego. Amy says it's in there. That's what he said. Huh? Deeper. Well, I'm not holding an inch for myself, lady. I'm giving her all she's got. Fab Daddy says, I tried a Wahlburger this week. It was okay. The price sucked. Not ever again. What is a Wahlburger?
Donnie Wahlberg.
Is that a burger you get at Walmart?
No, it's Donnie Wahlberg.
Oh, Donnie Wahlberg's Wahlburger. Yeah. Got it. Is anybody here eating a Whataburger?
Whataburger's good. So is Jack in the Box.
I've never had Whataburger, but it's all the rage in L.A., so.
Five Guys is really good.
It's supposed to be a sloppy, nasty, fat, juicy hamburger.
It's a mess,
which is the way a hamburger should be. Amber says Wendy's and Burger King used to tear each other apart. Unfortunately, they didn't go after McDonald's. The toys in McDonald's Happy Meal had a market on lock. Yeah, McDonald's has been around since I was a little boy. They had been out for a while, but they were still kind of new when I was a little boy.
I like McDonald's. It's bad for you, but I like McDonald's.
Yeah, I like some things at McDonald's, but really, it really is bad for you. Like in a very real way, it's bad for you. Like you might die if you eat enough McDonald's.
Well, when I was working at the Jiffy Lube, the McDonald's was across the street, so we ate McDonald's all the time because nobody wanted to go anywhere to get lunch because we only had a 30-minute lunch break. So we'd send one person over to get everybody's lunch.
Was he Mexican?
Sometimes.
Well, then why did you say one? We sent one person. Racism. Isn't that
Uh-huh.
fun? Jiffy Lube. What were you saying? Where?
Jiffy Lube
No,
and
the place.
McDonald's.
McDonald's. Right. Yeah, I've eaten a lot of McDonald's in my life,
Yeah.
but it really ain't good for you. It really will hurt you.
Well, it never hurt me, but.
Just do a cursory search into how they prepare their French fries.
Yeah.
Do you know that before they become French fries, a human being has to wear a hazmat suit to even handle them because they're poisonous to the touch? They put them in the ground in like poisonous material. It kills the bugs and all that, but you can't touch it. And then it sits for several months, I don't know how long, in a holding container while the potatoes age a certain way. It's a certain type of potato. They use a very specific potato in French fries for McDonald's. Then they get washed and chopped into slices, chunks, before they go through the final machine that puts them into the shape of the long French fries.
Mm-hmm.
And only then can they be handled by human beings. Now, just ask yourself how often that material makes it through the process and into the food. Because it's not zero.
Yeah, well, not to mention that their meat and stuff doesn't rot.
Well, that's because it's not meat.
I know.
They've been using genetically modified meat for about 5 years now.
Probably longer.
And before that, they were using earthworms and camel meat and all kinds of weird shit. Kangaroo meat. They got sued in the 80s for that. And it's really never been beef. Fab Daddy says, I miss Hardee's. Jack in the Box here is not the same. Hardee's is a restaurant that never knew what it was. Hardee's changed with the tides. One day it would be a chicken restaurant like Bojangles. And the next day it would be a hamburger joint. And then the next day they were serving breakfast. They had a booth inside. And you sit down and eat breakfast.
Well, now they serve chicken burgers, breakfast, and tacos.
And ham sandwiches.
Yeah, they've always had ham sandwiches, though.
It's weird. Hardee's is a weird restaurant.
It's good.
They just keep changing their identity, you know. I liked Hardee's when they were modeling after Carl's Jr. Basically that's the same restaurant.
Mm-hmm.
I liked it when they were like that. The big thick, the Hardee's thick burger. Remember that? The spicy thick burger, jalapeno thick burger. When they had that, they were a good restaurant and kind of had their own little thing going. Now it's just a chicken joint, or at least the one here is.
No, they've got everything that the one here. They got the tacos and stuff, too.
They also sell hot dogs.
Yeah.
Amber says Thousand Island dressing mixed with ketchup and mayo is Big Mac sauce, is it?
Well, that's what Thousand Island dressing is ketchup and mayonnaise.
Is it?
Yeah.
Are you sure?
It's got a couple more things in it, but that's pretty much what it is. It's Thousand Island dressing.
Yeah. I think it's Thousand Island dressing with pickle relish in it.
Yeah, it's pretty much Thousand Island. It's got a couple other things in it.
Probably.
I used to have the recipe, but I don't remember what it is now. And we have a Hardee's right down the road.
Yeah. Amber says Hardee's, Carl's Jr. on the West Coast. Yeah, it's the same thing. They're the same restaurant. They're owned by the same people.
I like Checkers.
Checkers is good, yeah.
Checkers and Rallies, same
What's
thing.
the one with the curly fries? Seasoned?
That's Arby's.
No.
Yes.
No. Sonic, I think it is. It's one of those that you drive up and they come out to your car.
Oh, yeah, that would be a Sonic.
Yeah, I think it's Sonic. I like that all right. Fab Daddy says too many fast food joints and old age can't keep them all remembered, right? Bill Bennett says every fast food sucks. It's a monopoly to give us cancer. I don't disagree with that. Fab Daddy says you got an A&W? You mean root beer? Yeah, we got root beer.
A&W restaurant.
Oh, no. No, we don't. We got A&W root beer. What does the A&W sell?
It's a burger joint.
Amber heard of it. She says, I wanted to try A&W. I've never heard of it.
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Sonic has tater tots, yes. And we've got a thing here called, what is that? It's in Kinston. I think it's called, I can't remember what it's called. Nope, I can't remember what it's called. There's one in Kinston, and they got pretty good food there. In and Out, something like that. In and Out, Kickback, something like that. I can't remember what it's called. But they got good food there. Amy says, anyone remember a restaurant called Burger Chef? Can't say that.
Nope.
Fab Daddy says, best floats at A&W. Is it are they connected to the root beer people?
Yes.
Is it the same company that makes the root beer?
Yes.
Okay. I've never had their food.
Yeah, Bill. The one in Florida is like that too.
The AW is Richmond. In Richmond, Indiana, is Long John Silver's.
Yeah.
Yeah. Do they still have Long John Silver's? Is that still a thing?
Yes. In Florida, it's A&W and Long John. It's a joint. It's a thing like in Florida, Taco Bell and KFC's together in the same building.
Okay. Well, interesting. I used to love Long John Silver's. I like that crunchy fish they got. If you're gonna eat fish, that's the way to do it. But they've hung in there. I hadn't even seen a Long John Silver's commercial since the 80s. Amy says, eat at the Burger Chef and then go shopping at 3D and Kmart. That's definitely an Indiana thing, I guess, because I've never heard either one of those, but I've heard of Kmart. They closed them down.
I'm going to say, yeah, they closed all the Kmarts down in Florida, too.
We have a Burger Chef, says Patty. Bill says Burger Chef turned to Fridges, or Burger King. I don't know.
I think that the new Crave Burger and Joint now is Culliver's.
Culliver's?
Yes.
I've never heard of them either.
They're good. Little expensive for a burger, but they are so good.
I want to remember the name of that restaurant in Kinston. I can't think of it to save my life.
There's a restaurant in Lakeland. It's called Ford's Garage, and they have a Grady Judd burger in there.
Really?
Yes.
Grady Judd burger.
Oh my God, it is so good.
That guy has made a career off of being sheriff, hasn't he?
Yes.
Bill says no more Kmart. Yeah, it's a goner. It was Walmart light anyway. It was if Walmart and Target had a baby, that would have been Kmart.
Do you remember where the restaurant is in Kinston?
It's in Kinston. It's In and Out or the Kickback or the Barbecue Pit or something like that. It's one of those catchy names. If you said it, I'd know it. It's a chain restaurant. It's on the main drag, which I think is called Heritage. I can't remember. I've heard of Buc-ee's, says Amy.
Chop House?
No, that ain't it. I want to go to Wawa. I've heard of Wawa and Buc-ee's, but I've never been to either one.
Wawa is the shit. Wawa has got some damn good food in it.
Is it anything like a Sheetz?
Yes, I've never been in the Sheetz, so I don't know how the Sheetz food is, but I know that the Wawa, and we've got one coming up here not too far from us.
All right. Amy says 3 Kmart stores still exist in the country. Really? Wow.
Counter and kitchen?
Nope. Fab Daddy says, I got gifted 2 Fender 25R amps this weekend. Are you talking about like a Princeton or just a generic Fender? Is it a tube amp? 25 watts? If that's the case, you lucked out. Tell me what you got. If you got a Princeton or a Backstage,
Little Aggies?
no, you'd probably recognize it if you saw it. I can't remember to save my life. It's something simple too. It's like a Kick Out or something like that.
Love Kick Cafe?
Nope. Bill says we have a Wawa about to open next week on I-70 and US 35 on 29th. Cool. We got one coming up here too. I don't know when it opens, but they're building it now. I guess we're going to have to eat there and try it out. Cookout? It might be cookout. Oh, Frontman. 25 Frontman. Okay, I've had one of those before. That's not a terrible amp. It's not a Princeton, but it's not a terrible amp. Is it a tube amp or just solid state? Princeton's a tube amp. That's what I'm saying. And the backstage.
Yeah, there's a place called the Cookout.
Cookout?
Yeah.
It might be Cookout. It's something like that, like Cookout or Kickback or something like that. Pit. The Pit, something like that.
Well, there's a pit, but it's not. It's
It might be Cookout. Anyway, they got real good food there, and it's reasonably priced.
There's Fat Babies.
Nope, that's not it.
Biscuitville.
Bill says, I'm a block away, and I live off gas station food, so I'm excited. Something different. Hey, something different.
Oh, you'll love Wawa's.
Wawa's, I heard, got good food.
And you could special order stuff too. You can go in there and have your sandwiches and subs and stuff specially made, or your pizza or whatever.
Sweet.
They make breakfast sandwiches. They make lunch. They make salads, pizzas.
Like and subscribe and share and support to join in Super Chat, please. And if you can, it'd be nice. Thank you. I'm going to try that Cookout. Fab Daddy says, without opening, I couldn't tell you if they are tube. Well, there's a real easy way to tell. Look at the back of the amp. If you can see tubes, it's a tube amp. If you cannot, it is not. They don't put tubes inside of a box. They'd be hanging down if it was a tube amp. Just look at the back of it. If it's just closed, if it's a closed back, it's a solid state, which isn't bad. It's just not a tube amp.
A tube amp will have a little grate back there where they could breathe.
Yeah. Patty says, was Heritage, North Carolina, where Tammy Faye and Jim Baker had their park? I don't know the answer to that. Probably. I'm not close to Heritage, North Carolina. It's closed back, so they're solid state. Okay. But still, that's not a bad deal. You got two of them. Do they both work? And they're both 25 watts? That's a pretty sweet deal. Good job. I saved up for years until I finally got my Marshall. And I am not going anywhere else. I got a Marshall. I'm good. Yeah, you did a good job there, Fab Daddy. I'm proud of you. Clean them up nice and make sure they're shiny and got no dust on them, and take good care of them. They'll be good amps for you. Bill Bennett says, are you all getting a bunch of snow this weekend? We're supposed to, Bill. I don't know. It's iffy around here. It might snow. It might change its mind and not. It might rain. I don't know. We got a few inches expected, though, says Amanda. It don't snow here very often, about once every 5 years.
I think tomorrow or Friday it's supposed to snow and rain, and then this weekend it's supposed to snow.
Yeah, Amy says, where's St. Bernard? He's starting to make missing the show a habit. I know. It's like he got tired of me or something.
He's moving snow.
I know, but he's got a phone. He could have that on in the cab of the truck. Where's Mabel at? She's been awful quiet. Patty says, if you hear, maybe ice, right? It could be ice here, too. We don't know. We never know until it happens. Fab Daddy says they're in good condition and were priced at $82 and $145. The one I got worth probably $40 to $45 or $40 to $50. That's all right. Ain't nothing wrong with that. There's Debbie. She says, Amy, Kevin is lurking. Well, hello, Kevin. Lurker. Nice to see you. Hi, Debbie. Nice to see you, too.
Debbie, hamburger helper hand.
How are you doing? Nice to see you. We miss you, Kevin. Trying to grow a family around here. There he is. Kevin says, hiding in the back. Well, be safe out there, Kev. We're just worried about you, that's all. Glad to know you're still around.
Kevin, hamburger helper hand.
What are you eating?
A peppermint.
Junkie. I swear this girl goes through a 5-gallon bucket of peppermints every 2 days. I ain't never seen nothing like it in my life.
I'm almost out of them again.
Debbie says, sorry, I forgot to say, I was thinking about fast food burgers. I know, right? Conversation is good for it. Got me wanting some hamburgers. Fab Daddy says, I had to dust off my Starcaster. Time to rest the electric. Time to restring the electric. Right on. You got a Starcaster? That's cool. Is it the hollow body one with the oddly shaped headstock? Or is it like the Stratocaster copy? Bill Bennett says, we have a giant front coming through, going to hit most of us at least. That's what AI models say. LOL. I love you all. God bless each of you. Prayers and sweet dreams. Until next time, thanks, Jake. You rock. Bill, God bless you, my friend. Stay safe out there and bundle up. Eat some real food, man. We love you. Amy says, hi, Kevin and Debbie. Debbie says, things are better. I have just had a really sad week. I'm sorry, honey. What can I do? What happened? What made you so sad? Amanda?
Night, Bill. Stay safe.
Patty says, I got to keep the van gas full in case I need to charge phones and portable O2 machine if I need it. Right on.
Oh, Debbie, I'm here if you need to talk.
Absolutely. I'm sorry you're sad. Patty says, if the power goes. Well, if it snows, there's a good chance of that. It's a Strat style, weighs about 15 pounds, right? Yeah, I've probably played a few Starcasters in my time. I don't think I've owned one, but I like the hollow body one they came out with. It's kind of their answer to the Squire. It's a little bit better quality than the Stratocaster. Still, pretty decent instrument. Can't complain. If it plays good, that's all that matters. Don't matter what name on the headstock. And I am a Squire player. I have probably 10 Squires. Maybe more. I don't know. Amber says, it's snowing again here. Nice. My favorite guitar, this acoustic that I play all the time, is actually a Squire. Patty says, I have a Squire. Nice. They really are great instruments for the price. What I don't have, though, and what I would like to have is a Squire vintage modified. That's what I'd like to have. I'd like to have that, I think it's a 1987 Telecaster vintage modified with the double binding. Man, that's a sweet instrument. I'd love to have that. All of my Telecasters are either no binding or single bound. I don't have any double bound tellies. But I want one. Amanda?
I can't wait. If it snows, I want to see Tribble's reaction to the snow.
Probably quick. In or out and then back in.
Maybe her crazy behind will probably playing it.
Patty says, Squire. Got it. Debbie says a friend had a stroke last week, and yesterday they pulled the plug. She died at 3:46. I'm so sorry for your loss, Debbie. I love you, and prayers go out to you. But you got to know she's in a better place. She's not suffering, and she's with the Father. That's amazing. So try to keep that in mind. I know it sucks to lose a friend, though. And we're here for you if you need us.
Oh, Debbie, I'm sorry, hun. Prayers and hugs.
Fab Daddy says, yep, I've been playing my acoustic on the regular. Nice. It's good to hear that you practice it, man. I have not. I need to play more. I need to go out and join a band is what I need to do and just be somebody's lead guitar player for a while. It's hard for me to do that because I'm so accustomed to being the guy, the front guy. I'm kind of scared that I'll outshine them or even worse, look arrogant to them because I'm good at what I do. I don't really know how to be a side guy, but I really need to try because I can't sing anymore. That's out the window. I don't think that's going to come back. And so instead of just not playing, I need to go join a band. Maybe I could just join a band as a drummer or a bass player. Maybe that'll take it off of me to try to be a front man. I won't be in the front, so I won't have to worry about it. What do you think? It's one thing about musicians. They don't like musicians that are better than they are. That's for damn sure. Aaron, what you doing, buddy? Everybody's so quiet tonight. Bass it up, says Fab Daddy. I do like drums. Well, I play everything, so I mean, I can do that.
Yeah, but if you play a whole night of playing drums, you're not going to be able to move for a month.
Maybe the first night. After I get accustomed to it, it'll be fine. Bass drives the song. Yes, it does. Amy says, taking the trash to the dumpster. I'll be back. Watch out for those pandas. They're out there. They're watching you. Be careful. Some of them have ninja capabilities. So I've heard. Them and turtles. If you see a panda wielding a pickle, though, run. Most of all, because it's a weird thing for a panda to be doing.
No.
Second of all,
You see a panda wielding a pickle, take his name and phone number and invite him over for dinner.
right. And of course, I mean trash pandas, not pandas.
Yeah.
What are those things called? Raccoons. That's what they're called.
Yes.
A raccoon. A raccoon. They're not a coon or a rack.
That's what my trash can is on my computer, is a raccoon that says trash panda.
Yep. I like the trash panda too.
He's pretty cool looking.
Mostly because I grew up watching the Beverly Hillbillies and there was a panda on that show.
Mm-hmm. My brother had a raccoon that was a pet.
I had one when I was a little boy for about a week. I don't remember what happened to it, but it was there.
Doug had one from the time it was a little bitty baby until it died. Used to run around the house. It was litter box trained.
Ours was not like Ellie Mae's, though.
Yeah.
Hers could do stuff. Ours just hissed.
Doug's played with toys and played fetch and stuff like that.
Now that I think about it, it might have been a possum. Debbie says, if you find a pickle, make sure it's not mine and return it if it is. Did you lose your pickle? Did you look in the obvious places? Fab Daddy says, we had a coyote swim to Alcatraz. Really? That's something. Are you near Alcatraz?
Isn't Alcatraz in New York?
No, it's in San Francisco, I think.
Oh, I thought it was New York way.
Somewhere near San Francisco.
Oh.
Somewhere in that area. I'm not sure if it's in San Francisco or if it's in
It's in the middle of the water by itself.
Hollywood, L.A., somewhere around there. Mr. P's here. He says, hi, all. Hey, Mr. P, how you doing, buddy?
Mr. P. Hamburger Help a Hand.
Had a coyote swim to Alcatraz. What was it doing at Alcatraz? And if a coyote can do it, surely people can do it too, right? I bet you they lost more people than they admitted. How many people you think jumped out of Alcatraz and swam to safety? I'm thinking more than one. Bill's here. He ain't left yet. He says, my 10-year-old Meadow got a ukulele for Christmas. Now wants a guitar. She's been playing every day. Do you have a spare Jake for beginners? Once she makes it big, you will be rewarded. Yeah, I have plenty of spares, but they're for sale. I'm not giving them away. And I don't need to be rewarded, but I'd gladly hook her up, man. I would gladly teach her a thing or two. I'll send it right to you.
Oh, your guitars are big, though. She's a 10-year-old. She needs a small one.
I have a small one. Matter of fact, I got a perfect small one. It's an Ibanez. An Ibanez Mini.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about that one.
I didn't.
Yeah, it's not hanging on the wall in front of me, so I forgot about it.
Mm-hmm. And it's a half-scale guitar. It's about half the size of a regular guitar. Be perfect for a 10-year-old. If you're interested, let me know. I'll hook you right up. Fab Daddy says, I've heard of one, but I also heard of the organ jumper out of a civilian plane. Really? Interesting. What do I need for it? $100 ought to do it. That's fair. It's in good condition. If you want pictures, I'll send them to you. Just give me an email address. And show you a video of me playing it. Howard something or other. The jumper, the Oregon jumper, out of a civilian plane towards Alcatraz. Why would somebody jump on to Alcatraz? That don't make a lot of sense. I'm guessing that this wasn't during the time it was a prison.
Well, that's all it's ever been. Now it's just a tourist site that Trump is thinking about opening and making it a prison again.
Bill Bennett says, I pay shipping. Well, I'm not buying it, Bill.
No, he says you pay shipping.
I read that. I'm not the one buying it. I'm the one selling it. Amber says, smiley, smiley, smiley. Amy says, Howard the Duck. Howard the Duck? Did he go to Alcatraz? Amber says, apparently, we're still active and busy there. In Alcatraz, really? I thought they closed it down like in the 80s.
It's a tourist site now.
Yeah, well, I know that, but I didn't think that they were doing anything there. Other than tours. They filmed a movie there once with Sean Connery and Nicolas Cage, The Rock. It's a great movie. A lot of people think that that character in that movie was actually James Bond under an assumed alias, and it matches with the James Bond movies because during the period that movie was set, James Bond was supposed to be in prison and under an alias. Jack Mason, I believe what the name was. What it is says, hello, Jake and Amanda, and to all in Untethered Live. Hello, what it is. Welcome to the show, and happy hump day, Camel Camel. Fab Daddy says, guy went missing, had lots of money after taking over a flight, and he jumped out. Lots of people think he died, and the money is still out there. You're talking about D.B. Cooper. D.B. Cooper is the name you're looking for. I didn't realize that was in Oregon. I thought that was in, like, the East Coast.
What it is, Hamburger Helper Hand.
Yeah, D.B. Cooper is the guy that stole a bunch of money and hijacked a plane and then jumped out. Mr. P says, growing up, anytime Howard the Duck came on TV, my mom and I would make a thing of it and pop some popcorn and enjoy it. There were a few like that. Richard Pryor, The Toy, and Master Bates. With Master Bates, LOL. Right on. Yeah, I love Howard the Duck. I don't understand why people call that movie a failure. It's a great movie. Nice. D.B. Cooper, thanks. You're welcome. Fab Daddy. What it is says, camel, camel toe. Right on. Debbie says, whoever jumped into Alcatraz must have really wanted a conjugal visit. Right. Bill says, shipping, LOL. Alcatraz is shark infested. I'll buy if you fly the shipping or wait till spring and me and the fam will come visit for a weekend and pick it up and get a motel. Any attractions close by? Not particularly. We got an aquarium pretty close by. I mean, it's North Carolina, so.
We live in the boonies.
Yeah.
Carolina, there's Carolina Beach. That's not far from us. If you wanted to be on the beach.
Yeah, the beach. Debbie says, I read that one. Fab Daddy says Alcatraz has great pickles. I bet. Alcatraz pickles, that's what they say. Kevin says Debbie would know. About the conjugal visit or the pickles?
Both.
Mm-hmm. Porky's the movie, one of times. I laughed so hard it felt good. Yes, what it is. Me too. The boogie woogie woogie thing cracked me up as a boy. I think I was like 9 years old when that movie came out. Or 10, somewhere around there. What a hilarious moment for a movie. Woogie, 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 woogie. I can't even do it. Kevin says Debbie likes her men. Captive. Right on. You're a perfect pair. 'Cause you're captive. Now, what it is as long as they aren't stink pickles. Ew. What's a stink pickle? Never mind. I don't want to know.
That's probably something to do with Munda cheese.
Or where you put the pickle.
Yeah. That's okay. I've made some pictures. I'm going to put them on the chat later or the page.
I'm scared to ask.
You said it earlier.
Stink pickles?
Nope.
What?
Pickle with sombrero.
A mustache pickle?
Yes.
Nice. What it is says, a turd, that's a stink pickle. Oh, I get it.
Famunda, that's right.
Famunda.
Famunda cheese.
Gross. Is that the cheese that smells like feet?
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't want none of that. I like my cheese cheesy. Not feety.
Well, you know where they say Famunda cheese comes from, don't you?
No. Cow?
No.
Well, don't leave me in suspense.
Famunda cheese comes from under the balls.
Does it? From under the balls?
Famunda cheese, yes.
From under the balls. I got it. Cottage cheese is built. Cottage cheese don't stink.
Yuck.
It's not yuck. Fresh cottage cheese is delicious. You just have to acquire the taste and get past the idea that it's rotten milk, because it's not.
No.
Rotten milk isn't done controlled. It's just rotten. Cottage cheese is controlled. From under these nuts. Right on. Smells like your dog's feet. It smells just like Fritos, is what it is. Gross. Fritos. Fritos. Next to the swamp ass, says Fab Daddy. I don't need none of that. Gotta keep that fresh breath. Fab Daddy, you gonna take some videos of those amps and put them up on the internet? Brag on your wares? I need to do a gear video. Bill Bennett says, my brain has had enough. I love you all. Good night. Bill, rest your brain, buddy. We'll see you next time. I'll look into it and see what it'll take to get you that guitar. John says, in football, we had this kid who was always sniffing his fingers after scratching his sack. He would sniff them like slow kids sniff markers. His nickname was Mildew because he never washed his uniform. Gross, John. Why didn't you take that boy aside and wash his uniform for him? Tell him a little bit about hygiene. Smack him around a little bit. Bully him in a good way. Debbie says, stinky feet cheese is good. I eat it all the time. Just don't breathe in my direction, I guess.
Night, Bill.
Mr. P says he passed away at 33.
Wow.
That's horrible.
Probably because he had mildew brain.
What is mildew brain?
From smelling too much mildew from your ball sack.
Oh. Gross.
That'd be like, never mind.
Yes. Little wipe around the edge and that's cheese too, you know. What it is says large curd cottage cheese with some peaches. Good. I don't know about the large curd, but I don't think I've ever had that. But I like cottage cheese and pineapples. What it is says Jim Shorts unwashed is rank. Of course it is. Got all that testosterone flowing. Yeah, that's not a good sign. That's not a good smell.
Yeah, you killed me with both. I don't like cottage cheese or pineapple.
Or unwashed gym shorts.
Yeah, no. I don't like anything that's unwashed. That's why you get mad at me. Where'd my clothes go? They went in the washer. That's where they went.
Well, you're a dutiful wife. And making me coffee and washing my clothes. That's all I can ask for. Bill says, one more thing. Lots of peeps died at 33. Our sweet Jesus and two of my brothers I might have mistaken for the 27 Club. Right on. Well, it seems to be a popular time to die for sure. A lot of unusual deaths at that age. It might be because that's the age you also transverse into enlightenment, where your brain starts working, and that's a dangerous time because just as your brain starts working, you're able to make the most mistakes. So that might be why. I don't know. Could be it's just that's how long it takes to get into that much trouble. It could be that just a coincidence, but it seems like a lot of people die at that age. Mr. P says that SOB was 6'5" in the 11th grade. Not too many fellas on the long term, not too many fellas on the team were aiming to stir him up. Had that whole Cro-Magnon man thing going on. Yeah, strong as an ox and dumb as a box of rocks. Yeah, I had a guy like that in my school when I was a kid. I can't remember his name, but he had Down syndrome. And he was the strongest person I've ever met in my life. He could like pick up a car, you know. But no brains. Matthew was his name. Matthew. And he had all kinds of toys in his room. He had like a train set up and all kinds of wooden toys, like handcrafted wooden toys everywhere. His house was immaculate, and I remember that smelled like mothballs. And his mother was nice, but kind of weird. She lived alone and raised him. And I don't know what the details were, and I don't know whatever happened to that kid, but when I was in grade school, I met him, and I befriended him and tried to stay close to him because he didn't have any friends. But yeah, strong as an ox, that guy. Debbie says, keep it clean, Amanda. Some of us have a weak stomach. Not me, but someone here might. Right on. Fab Daddy says, any shoes you wear without socks will stink. Not me. I can wear my shoes without socks all day and they won't stink. I don't want to because I like wearing socks, but I can. I don't stink. My shit don't stink.
I wear flip-flops all day with no socks.
Floppity, floppity, floppity. Trailer trash.
Whatever. You're trailer trash too.
I'm not trailer trash. I'm straight out the trailer. I ain't no phony dude. I'm the real thing, baby. Just like Rob Zombie, just like Slim Shady.
Well, me and millions of others can't be wrong. So
I was born white trash and just got stronger.
not my fault you don't like flip-flops or anything without a heel cover on the back of it. I won't even wear damn house slippers with no heel on it. And I think, LOL, I hear you, Debbie. I got to put my face down there, so it better be clean.
What it is says, the good stench of goat or BO, some come. What? What are you talking about? What it is?
I think it's supposed to say some get used to it.
Some get used to it. Okay. Yeah. No. No, I mean, I don't have BO. I guess it's the Indian in me. I'm not sure. But I don't stink. What?
What it is just said.
What? Oh, Matthew's mother needed
No.
Timmy from South Park? Timmy! What are you laughing at?
What he said, bullshit, Jake. What do you think Amanda put your clothes in the washer? Why do you think Amanda put the clothes in your washer?
Because they were dirty.
It's because of the chemicals and the cigarette smoke from work.
Yes. I do smell like cigarette smoke. But my body does not stink. I'm not joking. I think every school has one, says John. I think so, too. Timmy from South Park says what it is. Matthew's mother needed petted. I would probably say you're right about that. I was way too young to think about things like that, though. And she kind of looked like a Mennonite woman. You know, long jean dress down to the floor and hair up in a bun. Long sleeve shirt. What it is says, I can't stand wearing shoes without socks. My feet go to sweating, and I just do not like the way that feels. I agree.
I don't like my toes being sweaty.
I don't either. I don't like the feel of my shoes without socks. I don't like walking on the ground, period. Like, I don't like to touch dirt with my feet. So I got to put socks on. Mr. P says, those who do always have the most wretched smelling feet, too. You mean those who walk around with no socks on? Yeah, usually. Let me give you a sniff test then, Jake. Come on, buddy, anytime you want to, right here. You want the ass or you want the underarm? Either way.
See, he's got an advantage because he doesn't have any hair under his arms, so his armpits don't stink.
I don't stink at all. I don't have a body odor. I mean, I have a smell. I smell, but I don't stink. It doesn't stink. It's kind of a sweet smell. I don't know how to describe it. Not like roses, but like, Mountain Dew probably. And the body of a stripper says what it is. I don't know about all that now. Fat Daddy says, your sense of smell is not as profound as it could be because you smoke. You'd be incorrect. I can smell meat taint a week before it taints. I have a very, very acute sense of smell. And if I didn't smoke, it would probably drive me crazy.
No, he doesn't get functified. If he did, I'd tell him to go get his ass in the shower. But no, he's not functified.
Not at all. Amy says, I've returned. I was discussing my day with the night shift managers. Nice. How did it go? If I have the body of a stripper, what it is, it was a fat, overage stripper. Mr. P says, I almost never let my feet touch the ground. Me neither. We fostered dogs, and they weren't always trained, so I got a bit of a obsessive-compulsive thing to protect my feet. Yes. I hear you. Mine is about bugs. I don't like bugs. When I was 14 years old, I remember it to the day. Like, I know exactly, I could smell what the air smelled like. I was running around frolicking in the yard. I had no shirt on, shorts, no shoes, playing outside. And I had this ditch, and we had this real green grass, real lush green grass, like a sod. You know how that perfect grass looks in Florida? and I flopped down on the ditch, and I was laying there watching the clouds go by, just enjoying the sun. And then I heard this little out of the corner of my ear. And I turned my head, and out of the corner of my eye, I focused on the blade of grass, and I saw a little critter crawling up on the grass, and I turned my head and looked, and inside the grass, it was just crawling with little insects everywhere. I jumped up off the ground and ran inside and took a bath. I ain't never walked with shoes off outside since. If I can help it, I don't like it. It ruined me. Whatever that was, that moment ruined me. I don't like to be barefooted. Debbie says, I can sniff both. Right on. What it is, you mean his armpits don't smell like a good old cheeseburger with onions on it?
No.
No, sir. My shoes don't stink. My armpits don't stink. My underwear don't stink because I don't wear any. And, I just don't, I smell like cigarette smoke and Mountain Dew. That's what I smell like.
And chemicals.
Well, that's because of my job.
I know. It's funny because he'll go to work and come home. I'll lay my arm across him or something and end up burning my arm from the chemicals because my skin's so sensitive. Just touching him with the chemicals on him burns me. Like, what kind of shit is that?
John says, I had to remove the whole dang floor after we quit fostering.
Oh, yeah.
I bet. Yeah, I don't like animals in the house. Like I said, I have a very acute sense of smell, which means I'm allergic to cats and dander in general, and dog smell and pee and all. I can't handle that. It's too much. Amy says, it was okay. The meeting with your boss? Good. Oh, I guess you're talking about something else. Hold on. Once the smell of urine gets into your carpet or wood, there's no getting it out. Definitely have to replace it, says Amy. I agree. Yeah, you can't get that smell out of your house. Fab Daddy says, I'm just tall enough for my feet to touch the ground. Right? And Debbie says, I would pay to see the full Monty. What are we talking about here?
You, I think.
I mean, there's a lot of Monty. You know what I'm saying? What it is says, I meant Matthew's mom has probably had a body of a stripper. Not you, Jake. It's not all about you, Jake. Yes, it is. What are you talking about? Do you see that?
Right. I try to tell him that all the time.
It is entirely all about me. The world doesn't revolve around you. It revolves around me.
Yeah.
Period. What are you talking about? It's not even up for discussion. She probably did, but I was way too young to know that. Amanda?
Or the smell of cat pee or male cat spray. Stinks so bad and hard to get rid of.
Yes, it is.
Ugh.
Debbie said peroxide gets out urine smell and stains. Amy says, Debbie, only Jake's.
And vinegar will get the smell out too, but you smell like douche.
Douche. In the middle of the night?
Yeah.
Smell like a douche in the middle of the night. Blinded by the light. I'm pretty sure that's how that goes.
Yeah.
Mr. P says they were territorial and they'd pee to mark their cage corners, no matter how much you took them out.
Yeah.
Amy says it can also damage the finish, Debbie. What, peroxide?
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess so.
Vinegar won't, though.
Amy says, Mr. P, my chihuahua has claimed every tire in the neighborhood. He's a rich chihuahua. And Debbie says, I've used it on carpet, never would, Amy, so I don't know about the finish part.
Yeah, it'll leave a white spot on wood like bleach would.
Mr. P says probably aggravates the hell out of all the big dogs in your neighborhood, too. probably. I'm not sure, but I think once a dog claims a spot, another dog won't touch that spot. But they're looking for it.
No, they'll just come pee over the top of it.
Will they?
Yeah.
I thought that was theirs and they couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
I always wondered how they found a place to pee after a while. It's just everything's taken.
No, that's why you see dogs pissing 20 and 30 times, male dogs, especially when you take them on a walk. They pee on every tree or bush they come by. It's because another dog has already done it too.
Oh, I see. They're covering it.
Yeah.
I got you. And Fab Daddy says, racked up like a deuce. But nice try. I'm pretty sure it's something else, too. I think it's a pool analogy, but I'm not sure. Because I really didn't listen to that song that well. Amy says he thinks he's the biggest dog in the neighborhood. Most of them do. That's why Chihuahuas are cool.
That's like Tribble.
Yep.
She's got this new thing now. She's out. We put her out. She's on a 20-foot leash on a runner that's 25 foot long. So she can run the whole length of the yard almost. And the neighbors have a construction business or something. And about 4 o'clock every evening, if she's out there, she will literally sit there at the far end of her run, stare up in the sky, and bark at absolutely nothing.
She's barking at something. You just don't know what it is.
The sky.
Debbie says, wrapped up like a douche. You know the aroma in the night. Yeah. And Fab Daddy says, craps, snake eyes. I got you. Mr. P says, it's a dominance thing. That's why I say if you want to keep your woman, pee on her leg. I don't say that, but sometimes someone should. I don't say that, but someone should. Yeah, well, you know, pee on something. She pees on me. I don't know why not.
I was going to say, we're not going there.
What it is that's what you call pissing contest, Jake. Do you know anything about that? Or a pissing contest?
And,
I've heard of it.
And it's only 11% pee, and it only happens the first time.
Yeah, that's a lie. It's pee.
11%.
It's pee, but you enjoy it so much, it's worth it. But don't think you're fooling anybody. It's pee. You just can't control your bladder.
Well, when it's getting bam, 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 you ain't got no choice.
That's right. John's smiling. Yeah, what it is, I do know about pissing contests, but I'm pretty secure in my sexuality, so I don't feel the need to have them. But I know about them. I know people that do it. Big measuring contests. I don't drive a big jacked up truck or nothing like that, and I know who I am. I know what I can do. Anybody that's ever been close enough to me to touch me knows what I can do. So that's all that matters. And besides, I've got this Hawaiian shirt and this filthy mustache. What do I need to piss in contest for?
And magic fingers.
And Debbie says, you spit on me, I pee on you. That's fair game.
That's right.
You Pearl Harbor me, I Nagasaki you. Absolutely. What's good for the goose is good for the gander. That's a fact. I guess Mabel went to sleep.
Well, she probably just popped in to let us know she was all right and to say hi. Her and Hannah are probably building Legos.
That'd be cool.
That's what we ought to do, is get us a Lego thing and build it.
Why would we do that? What are you saying, Jake? Amanda smells like a little pissy? No, I'm not saying that at all. What are you saying what it is?
Yeah, right? What are you saying?
Mr. P says the porn stash walked into a room a full 10 minutes before you do, Jake. Letting everybody know your intentions. Yep, my mustache comes with a soundtrack. And Fab Daddy says 2 and 5. Stay hydrated and be kind. Fab Daddy, God bless you, my friend. Have a good night. I'm not far behind you. It's 10 o'clock.
Night, Fab.
Don't listen to me, people. I'm just talking shit. I don't think that about myself or feel that way. I'm just playing into the madness. That's all. It's funny. There's Dennis. What's up, buddy? He says, hey. What it is I have a shirt similar to that, Jake. And they're cool in the aspect to keep you cool in the summer. A lot more than a t-shirt. I agree with that. I love Hawaiian shirts. It is kind of my thing. I like bowler shirts too, but 2.5 Men kind of ruined that for me. But I used to wear bowler shirts a lot. But now I'm just sticking with the Hawaiian shirts. But they are cooler than a t-shirt, and they're somewhat formal, so you can get away with it because it is a button down. So if you button the top button, you can walk into someplace formal. It's all right. Amanda says,
hamburger helping hand, Dennis.
And Debbie says, bow wow, chicka bow wow. Righto. Dennis says, Jake, Dennis. Amanda says,
oh, skeet, skeet.
Mr. P says, Fallout is losing me a bit. Really? I love that show. Why do they always got to try to do all the extra BS? People want to see the main characters killing things like the game. Keep it simple. Well, I kind of agree with that, but the game is kind of complicated across several different versions of the game, and they're trying to incorporate all of that into one show. So that's why. But you really have to understand the games to catch all of the extra things, because there's a lot of things going on behind the periphery. Like, you see the main characters, but like there's posters on the walls and bullet holes and things and details that are in the, scenery that if you don't know the game, you don't catch those little Easter eggs. And so you don't really know what's going on. But if you know the game, if you're emotionally attached to the game, you catch all of that stuff. Adds another layer to the show. I do like the show, though. I like the ghoul is my favorite character.
So, Mr. P, you're current on Fallout? If you're current, then who do you think the monster is? We're placing little bids on who the monster is.
Then we're talking about the claw.
The devil, the horned looking
demon claw.
The demon claw looking thing. We're trying to figure out who that is.
We think it's somebody. We think because in that world, people evolve into monsters if they have a certain virus or chemical in them. So we think that monster is somebody that knows the ghoul. What do you think? Patty says, well, I guess I'm going to take a TKO now. Thank you for the company and the truth. See you on Friday, my friends, Miss Amanda and Mr. Jake. Amen. Prayers. Thank you, Patty. God bless you, sweet lady. We'll see you Friday.
Night, Patty.
What it is says, brown chicken, brown cow. How now, brown cow? Brown chicken, brown cow. Chow, chow. Dennis says, what do you know about Fallout, John? Long-time player here. Nice. So are you watching the show? We're talking about the show, by the way. Mr. P says, I've been noticing some, probably not everything. In the end, I'm not sure yet, but I was just talking to someone about that, and we thought it was the wife at first. So did we. Now I think it's the owner who found a way to beat death. Yeah, at first we thought it was the wife, and then we saw the picture. They did in the place where the guy's blowing people's heads up. They showed cryogenic pods with the wife and the daughter's name on it. So they're frozen. So it ain't them. So I don't know who it is, but we think it's somebody.
And then there's like 4 of them now.
And what it is says, don't hate the player, hate the game, yo. Yeah, and there's a lot of them, by the way. Apparently, Vegas is covered with them at night. Dennis says, nope, they are crazy writers who want to get some points so bad. I'm thinking about watching, though. Yeah, the writers are young, and this show does pretty good. If you're going to talk about Star Trek or something like that, they have ruined it. I mean, these young writers just don't know what they're doing. The writers that took over Fallout are pretty decent. They're a little bit young, but they know the material, and it's a decent show. It might be a little bit out there. I mean, they go in a lot of directions. There's like a A, a B, and a C story going on, and it's a lot to keep up with. And also there's flashbacks. So there's really like a D storyline going on too. Flashbacks. So it's a lot to keep up with, but it's a good show, and we're enjoying it so far.
Amy says, I was talking to one of the instructors today, and bless his heart, he couldn't believe I was almost 55. He said I looked like I'm in my 40s.
You do. Amy says, I don't know what Fallout is. It's a television show on Amazon Prime, and it's based on a video game that came out in the 90s. And it's a pretty decent show. Mind Stretcher says they want some points on most stuff. And what do you mean by points? Mr. P says, yeah, the blue stuff threw me at first. I didn't recognize that from the game. Not extracting it from a living person. Right on.
It's a game and now a TV series, Amy.
Right. Mind Stretcher says YouTube is zapping woke now. Good. It's about damn time. I typed woke twice, but it didn't show up, says Mind Stretcher. It's about time they did something about that. And I'm getting kind of tired of all that nonsense myself. Just about can't be a person anymore. Unless you're a victim of something. It's ridiculous.
There's a show that we watch. It's called Landman with Billy Bob Thornton and Sam Elliott in it.
Yeah.
And they had a little woke thing that happened last episode or the episode before last. It was great. I loved it. They just shot that shit down with a quickness. I love it. Now it's a big controversy on YouTube and stuff. People are making videos about it and talking about it.
Oh, woke points. That's what you're talking about. I got you. They're trying to tick all the boxes. That's how you say that. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Mr. P says it's the stuff that restores you in the game. It's been years since I played. Like a med pack. Yeah. There's a name for it, but I can't remember what it is. Stim pack or some kind of
quattrum or something. He
something.
said.
I can't remember what it is. Yeah, I watched Landman. It's pretty good, says Dennis. Yeah, it's a good show. Stim pack. That's it. Thank you. Stim pack.
Yeah, I love Landman. It's great.
Amy says there's an epidemic of main character syndrome and a lack of common sense in situational awareness in society. I agree. Yeah, there's a lot of people that think they're the star of the show, and they're not. They're bit part players at best. Most of the time, they're non-player characters. But everybody thinks their crow's the blackest. It's always been that way. But now that there's the internet and everybody has a voice, everybody thinks that they're the star of the show. And it really is kind of annoying. John says called Cola Quantum or something. Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. Drink the soda. What it is says pretty good, really good, or totally good. The show? I think it's really good. Amy says these students are supposed to be smart, being in college and all, but book smart is not the same thing as street smart. I agree. And these days, book smart ain't much either because they lie to you all the time in books. Just because it's in a book don't make it true. The only book I can verifiably say is true is the Bible. That's the only one I've ever found. Dennis says, yeah, I got the first 2 Fallout games. I love to play, but single player. Nuka-Cola. Right on, Nuka-Cola. Yeah, I've played the games a couple of times. I'm not much of a gamer. I get in moods like once every 5 years, and I'll sit down with a game and play it for hours and hours, and then the rest of the time I don't play. But I'm familiar with the games. It aligns with my interests, so I'm into the understanding of the games. Mr. P says, I couldn't agree more, Amy. Bunch of attention seekers who want points for being involved. Right on. It's brainwashing, in my opinion. Agreed, says Dennis. John says, they don't gaff about society or immigrants. They don't give a... What it is says, I think if woke people get introduced to a good old ass whooping with a belt, they might just turn around on a daily basis and get their ass beat with a belt, because that's something they probably never had. I would agree with that 100%. And I also agree that taking that out of society or making it a bad thing is the worst thing that people ever did to people. An ass whooping will teach you a lot of things. Getting rid of bullies. Bullies weed the weak from the strong. It ain't good, it ain't right, but you need that in society, or else all of the weak continue on and become adults, and they never learn how to be strong. And John says, Nuka-Cola. Yeah, that's the name. Yeah, there's a lot of generic brands in Fallout universe. Dennis says, no, they have an agenda, and they're using immigrants to affect their agenda. Agreed. What it is says, it's called being true to yourself and being humbled. Your actions will show more just by doing that than all this talk and trying to promote yourself for what you're not. I agree. Dennis says, to break normal people down to the same level, so to control us like cattle. The problem with that is the free thinker, and we exist. And as long as we exist, they won't get away with that, because we can only take so much before we got to go, hey, that's nonsense. I'm unfortunately put my foot in my mouth a lot because of that. I can't not call nonsense when I see it. And when I see it, it gets me in a lot of trouble, because the whole society is trying to go along with it. And I'm like, whoa, I'm not wearing a mask. It's retarded, or something like that. And it gets me in more trouble than I like. But as long as there are people that think freely, they won't succeed. Because free thinkers will say a thing, and it makes common sense. And then all the cattle, half of them will go, whoa, he's probably right. And half of them will actually change back to being normal. So you won't lose everybody. Mr. P says their agenda is very leftist because of the last 20 years. They want it all, and God forbid they don't get it. They whine like a pig to slaughter. Well, they're losing. All you got to do is look around. They're losing. Starfleet Academy is an example of them losing. That show was made, I think it's like $14 million an episode, something like that. They put everything into it, all the stops. It is the wokest nonsense you've ever seen. Nothing but just lesbians and gay people and fat people, and just it's everything you could think of, it's in there. Now, do you know who Nerdrotic is? Nerdrotic is a YouTuber that talks about movies and video games and comic books and such. When Starfleet Academy aired, they put it on YouTube for free. And it got 120,000 views, which is nothing. Nerdrotic took a Spock action figure and put it on a chair and turned the camera on it and turned it on live. And that's it. Just a Spock action figure doing this. And it got 10 times the views that Starfleet Academy did. 10 times. It's so much that they put it on the news. Greg Gutfeld did a story about it. That ought to tell you everything you need to know right there. They are losing the culture battle. It's been a battle. It's taken 2 decades to get past it, but we're getting past it, slowly but surely. Amy says, what's everyone think about the protesters breaking up church services? Or breaking up the church service? I think that's wrong. I think they should go to jail for that. That's called trespassing and also intimidation. Dennis says, I've had to stick up for myself as a kid. Lots of abuse made me independent and a little bit mean. Took me down a dark road. Luckily, God had my back and has claimed me for his team. Now, praise God. Amen, Dennis. Same here. I'm a curmudgeon for the very reason that I went through a hard childhood. That's what made me me. And I'm a little prickly, and I'm a little quick-witted, and I'm a little sharp, and I'm a little bit antisocial. But I wouldn't trade it for anything because I think clearly and freely, and nobody controls me. And my life made that. You cannot have an interesting person without a hard childhood. Those two things they coexist. You can't have one without the other. Hard life makes interesting people, funny people, talented people, strong people. If you don't have that, you're just bland. You're one of the cheap. So thank God you had a hard childhood. John says, lefties will lie like nobody's business and then stare you right in the face and keep shouting the lie after you prove them wrong. Yeah, because that's all they got. When you see that and you know that that's all they got, they lose their threat. Those people will amount to nothing. They are nothing. They're in your way. Walk around them. It's that simple. Sooner or later, if enough adults stand up and say, shut up and sit down, they will shut up and sit down eventually. Amy says, praise God and thank him every day for the blessing he gives us. Amen to that. Mr. P says, I love the first episode. I'm confused about it a bit. It's supposed to be after the burn. How are they still operating? Are you talking about Star Trek, Starfleet Academy? Yeah. Well, first of all, that's a holdover from Star Trek Discovery. You have the burn from a show whose moniker is STD. Can't make that up. Second of all, the burn happened because a child was born on a planet and he molecularly bonded with the dilithium crystals, and then his mama died, so he screamed, and every starship in the universe exploded. And now nobody can use dilithium crystals anymore, which is retarded on so many levels that I can't even get behind it. That being said, I have not watched Starfleet Academy, so I can't very well down it. But I've watched the previews, and they suck. But if you've enjoyed it, I'm not telling you not to. If you enjoy it, that's awesome. I'm glad you enjoy it. Maybe somebody can find something to enjoy about this new Star Trek. I don't. I hate it. I hate it with a passion of 1,000 suns burning in my underwear. Mr. P says, sounds like we all have something in common. What, the tough life? Oh, yeah. Amy says, old Star Trek, to boldly go where no man has gone before. New Star Trek, to boldly go where no one has gone before. Kinda, yeah. Mr. P says, hard times build character. Yes. Yes, it does. Amanda?
Old Star Trek was awesome. New Star Trek sucks, is gay, and woke.
Amen.
I don't like it. Don't even want to hear it.
Dennis says, I agree with that, but my abuse started while I was in the rattle,
In the cradle.
before I could even roll over or crawl. Well, that's terrible. Yeah, that's bad. but it made you who you are. Sorry, my nose is itching. And Mr. P says, yes. Amy says, it's the hardest lesson we learn the most from. We learn more from failure than success. We learn more from failures than successes, too. Agreed. Mr. P says, a powerful child. Yes, very odd. Powerful. That's not powerful. That's fantasy. That's magic. The thing about Star Trek is it always made scientific sense. Even if it was unscientific, it made sense. That don't make any sense. Mr. P says, I take the good with the bad. I'm not happy about all the gay relationships, etc., but that's how Hollywood rolls today. I hear you.
And please tell me, since when does a Klingon watch damn birds?
Right.
Sissified damn Klingon. Klingon ain't supposed to be sissified.
Exactly.
The hell is wrong with that picture?
And a Jem'Hadar is male and genetically made that way, and they don't reproduce. So to have a half Klingon, half Jem'Hadar female is nonsense.
Right.
But I agree with you. That is how Hollywood rolls today. I don't have to like it though, and I'm not gonna support it because I remember when Star Trek was awesome and it touched all generations and people loved it, and it's responsible for scientists and doctors and rocket scientists and astronauts and all kinds of inventions, and that's Star Trek. This is just CW, feelings in hallways with people that are crying. That's it. Dennis says, to understand pain, you have to know it personally, else you are just guessing. I agree with that. One look at my face ought to tell you the answer to that question. Mr. P says, a warrior race on bird watchers. Right. Yeah, Amanda doesn't think that's very funny. I don't either, really. But I'm personally attached to Klingons, so I don't like it when they go screwing with them. The worst thing they ever did was the Discovery Klingons, though. I'm so glad they changed it back. Thank God for that. At least they heard that. I don't think I could stand another bald Klingon with prosthetic teeth so big they can't even talk. Amy says, one of my favorite classic Star Trek episodes was the planet where people had half black, half white faces. Some people were oppressed because of their black and white faces was opposite of everyone else's. Yep. That was a good episode. Played by the same guy that played the Riddler in Batman.
And the guy playing the bird-watching Klingon is gay. WTF.
Yeah.
Damn Klingon sissified. You know, I could picture him holding one hand behind his head and the other one going, stop it, as a Klingon.
And Dennis says, yeah, they have a gay Klingon. Just wait. It's about attacking masculinity, masculine men. Yes, it is. They're trying to destroy masculinity because they think androgyny is the way to go. That's the Hollywood way. They're trying to make everybody androgynous. I'm not going to fall for it. I like masculinity. I think that's what makes the world go round. Women like masculinity. They do. Even if they claim they don't. They really do. So, I'm not going to go that route.
Well, I damn sure don't want to see no sissified ass Klingon. Klingon, you think from watching the original Star Trek, they're strong and powerful and just to the grind and bird watching?
Right.
What the hell?
They're supposed to be a proud warrior race that thrive on war and conquest, and that they're one-dimensional for a reason because that's the way the enemies were designed. First of all, Star Trek ain't supposed to have enemies. They have antagonists, not villains. The bad guy don't think he's a bad guy. He's doing what he's supposed to be doing. But they don't understand how to write in this day and age, so let them have at it. Sooner or later, somebody will make a good Star Trek again, and I'll be excited when that happens. Skydance has bought the interest of Star Trek's franchise now, so there are new people working on it. So I'm excited to see what they do with it.
William Shatner.
Kurtzman Trek is out. Alex Kurtzman will no longer be making Star Trek, which he's responsible for the last 5 years of Star Trek, 7 years of Star Trek. Since the 2009, he was a line production, something to do with the writing on 2009 Star Trek, and then he was made head of Bad Robot, which is the guys who took over Star Trek, the franchise. And so they're out, and all of that gay nonsense with it. So I'm excited to see what Skydance does with Star Trek. I hope it's good.
William Shatner.
Yeah.
William Shatner.
William Shatner's 95 years old. He's not doing any more Star Trek.
It don't matter. He went to outer space just a few years ago. He can still do some Star Trek.
Maybe.
He can write it at least.
Amy says Star Trek and toilet paper, both in the war against Klingons. Pre-Wrath of Khan. Mr. P says, can see the gay Klingon dangling one hand while he holds a drink with the other.
Yeah.
Right. Well, you know Klingons have 2 penises, right? I bet this one ain't got either one of them. Dennis says, but they started with Archie Bunker. They hid their attacks in humor. But think about how they made Archie look bad. Yes. Amanda says, yeah, Mr. P. You read that. You're here.
Yeah, Mr. P. It's Mac.
Yep, it is.
I got one too.
Dennis says, they've been programming people a long time. Well, as long as there's been radio and TV, there has been propaganda. That's a fact. All of media has always been propaganda one way or the other. It always has been. It always will be. That's to be expected. I just don't like the particular propaganda that's being sold right now. I'm old school. Maybe this is my version of the devil's in that rock and roll music. Get off my lawn. Maybe that's what's going on. But I just don't like what they're doing. I'm a movie lover. I tried for a while to see everything that was ever filmed, but I lost interest in 2005. And by 2010, I just stopped watching movies altogether because they're garbage. They just aren't good anymore. Mr. P says 90 years old and he went to space. He cried when he came back. Wouldn't you? I would too.
Spend all them years making a show about space and then finally get to go to space for real?
Dennis says, if you see it, you're ahead of them. If you don't, then they got you. Sorry. Well, a wise man once said, if you don't read the newspaper, you're uninformed. If you do read the newspaper, you're misinformed. So there you go.
Damned if you do, damned if you don't.
Amy says, there's always the Muppet version. Pigs in space. Yeah. Mr. P says, crazy. I just watched Shatner do that on a Prime, I believe. What, go to space? Oh, yeah. Amy says, William Shatner has a show on the History Channel. Yes, he does. Isn't that what? It's called X, Charted or something like that. X, something X. Mr. P says, that was cool. He was with Jeff Bezos. He was Jeff Bezos' hero growing up. So he sent Shatner up for free. I bet he did. And William Shatner is the only Star Trek alumni that's actually been in space. So that's cool points all the way around for me. Unexplained, that's it. Yeah, I've seen bits and pieces of it. All right, it's 10:30, y'all. I got to go to bed. I got to go to work in the morning. Like, subscribe, share, support, join, and if you can, I greatly appreciate that very, very much. Have a great night. I've enjoyed the conversation immensely. Let's talk more about this on Friday. Fallout, Star Trek. Let's get into it and see what we can come up with. So go do your homework. Watched it a couple of episodes. I'll do the same, and we'll see what we can talk about on Friday. Have a great night. God bless all of you. Thank you for being here. I'll see you next time.
Nighters, y'all.
Good night, everybody.